everybody, I'm the Bigglesworth, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Along with Piggy. I can hear it raining. It is raining like cats and dogs. Or is it raining like creepers and endermen? I don't know. I think the endermen run away in the rain. But we are back over here at the fish farm because I want to show you something. I want to show you something really cool. I've got this thing working. Now this is an awesome little fix. Look at that. It's not noisy anymore. Very simple, easy redstone, and no timing to have to worry about. And with it raining and being nighttime, we should be catching things much quicker than... There we go. Caught ourselves a fish. This thing is awesome. Now I'm going to have a link show up down in the description and on screen so you can go see this for yourself. I'm not going to do a tutorial on it because all the little additions that I had to it, they don't need to be here anymore. Because this system is awesome. This is a new fish farm by Panda, I think is his name. So I've gone in here and I've gutted out all the stuff that used to be in here. We don't need any of that anymore. But I've got all this just kind of like ramshackle kind of mess. Just look at all this loot that we've gotten. Let my character AFK overnight and we have just got so much stuff. I haven't even bothered to sort through it yet. But I wanted to show you this. Close that. You ready? Look at there. Oh, look at there. We have got books aplenty. And if I'm not mistaken, where are they? Did I take them out? Got 2 mending books. Now I've got a mending with a curse of binding. And I don't know if I put this on something, if it will apply the mending and the curse of binding. We'll have to check that out later. But I wanted to show you this. I wanted to show you that the fish farm is now fully functional, it's reliable, and we're getting mending books out of it, which is totally, totally awesome. Did that make the rain stop? It did. So why was it still making raining sounds? That was very strange. That was very odd. But we're also going to take a run over here real quick, because I'm going to show you. In last episode, we got to building the AFK Nether wart farm. Now, I've been working on a tutorial for this farm, and while I was working on it, I figured out there were a couple of little flaws in the system. Nothing major, very simple and easy to fix, and I need to make an easy way to get over there is what I need to do. Let's just hop down here and not die. We got 50 levels, and we're filming. This is not the time to die. And it would have been better if I had a minecart down here. We'll go ahead and run up this way. So I went ahead and I opened up this a little bit. I don't remember if I had this on camera or not. Gonna have to open it up a little bit more just so that we can see everything. But I'm gonna show you what the flaw is. I'm gonna fix it real quick. And then we're gonna get moving on. So right in here, this system is, what do we got, a dropper right here? Yeah, dropper. Now the problem is that every once in a while this dropper will go haywire and it will spit an item that will land right there. And once an item is resting there, more items will keep gathering here instead of moving forward. After about 5 minutes, those items will despawn and we will actually be losing nether wart, not gaining nether wart. So I've reconfigured it where we're going to have this distribution center right back behind here. Also, the other thing that happened was this item elevator, whoop, come here, work with me. This item elevator, I figured out, items will sometimes glitch out the top. So I've got a little fix for that to make sure that items don't get lost. And then last but not least, every once in a while the minecart coming this way won't drop down. It gets stuck. So we've got those little minor fixes we're going to do. So I am going to tweak those fixes. And I'm not going to show you on screen because I have got tutorials. Tutorials for this farm will have all these fixes built in. And if you're very interested about that item elevator fix, I have a tutorial. I have a tutorial for my item elevator fix and ideas that I will have as a link on screen as well. So I'm going to get to fixing this, straighten out this system, and then I'm going to meet you back up on the surface for what we're going to get done today. All right, everybody. I have managed to come out here and scout an area. Now, real quick before I get involved with this, some of you more astute people who've paid attention might have realized in the previous clip I was watching it play back, and on screen it showed up Piggy went into spectator mode. Piggy Piggy open land. And so I just wanted to address that. I was using that to fly around so that I could get my intro clip, the very beginning of the show. I wasn't using it to cheat anything in or be in creative mode. I just wanted to point that out. And also notice something else strange. Watch my hand as I look left and right. I just noticed this the other day. As you move, your body kind of warbles. It doesn't keep up with the speed. It like slowly speeds up and then slows. It's weird, yeah. And I put mending on my Silk Touch pick. Now I had my efficiency 5 on breaking 3, but it said it was just way too expensive to repair. And what I did here was I used the mending book that had the curse of binding that was also on it. And apparently it only used mending. So that's awesome. That is really awesome. But today what we're going to do is we're going to build a structure, a redstone structure, right up in here inside this hill. Because we are up above the Nether wart farm, and we are going to make use of the fact that Nether wart is nearby. Now I have to dig out a hole. It's going to be 27 deep by 9 wide by 8 deep. And if I wasn't mistaken, 27 is going to get really close to the water, somewhere right in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to about this spot right here. And how wide did I say? 9 wide? I want to try and keep the majority of this hill as much as possible. So we're going to say like 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 5 right there. I already know that I'm going to build it a little bit lower in the ground, and we're going to put a structure up above. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll do like that. And what's really awesome is with the Silk Touch, we're picking up stone. We're not picking up cobble. So that's awesome. So I can use this stone after we get this area dug out. We can use the stone to kind of cover up the spot and make it look good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's going to work. So that is going to be 9 wide. Now, I got to go that way, and I got to go that way. So it was just a quick little update, just to let you know where things are going to be built. So I'm going to get to digging out a hole. I'm going to go get a bunch of my redstone materials, and I'll meet you back over here so we can get to building today's project. Hey, everybody. Got to run over here and get some supplies, and you can see I've just about worn that pick down. I'm going to have to take that over to the Zombie Pig XP farm. We need to get some XP going so we can fill it back up. I've just about eaten myself silly with all these potatoes. Figured I'd run over and get some more. Oh, I know what else I needed. I need to get some golden rails. 27. Well, I'm going to have to make some more of that. We'll go ahead and get some levers as well. And look, I'll mess with lighting later because I haven't really figured out how I want to do the lighting yet. Just talking in all this secret code, aren't I? And also need to fix this. I have been running up and down this hill, hoppity hop hop, like skippity little piggy up and down the hill. We need a better way to get up and down here. So I'm kind of letting my brain chew on that one. I've got a few ideas, but we'll ramble enough about that in another episode. So here's what we got going on. Now, I did this again, as I always do. I don't know how I managed to do this. I measured the room correctly, and I measured the room incorrectly. Like I got part of it right and part of it wrong. The room is underneath me, okay? We're standing on an area that I'm going to have to backfill with stone. I haven't backfilled it yet because we've got this little area that still needs to be worked on. Can you guess what's down there? What does it look like? That's the Nether wart farm. It's right down there. And what I'm going to do is the overflow of the Nether wart, because the farm needs to have some seeded Nether wart in it so that when you're AFK you can plant it. But the overflow, the excess, the actual harvested Nether wart is going to get pushed up an item elevator up into here. Now I'm going to cap all this off. Like I said, we kind of miscounted. But what I need to do is I need to dig down a little bit. Something like this. Actually, I could probably leave that. Break down in here. Maybe we can break through here. There we go. And I need to come up with a way where we're going to capture it, and we're going to move the nether wart over to... I know you're like, Piggy, would you look? Would you just look? Well, here you go. Over to this room. I have built 3 redstone contraptions in a row. And like I said, I managed to measure the length of the room correctly. The width I got a little wrong. I had to add an extra area right there for a clock. The height, I don't know what I was thinking about the height. But once I started building everything and realized that the room was too deep, I figured, you know what? Let's go with it. I can still push things up because I'm going to anyway with some item elevators. So it's no big deal, no big loss. But what we've got going on here is a little etho clock. It's counting, I think, 29 items. Yep. Oh, how did you get in there? You get out. Stuff has been falling and raining down from the ceiling. But it does an on pulse, and then it counts 29 items there, and then back and another on to a single pulse output that sets off this area that basically makes an instant on and then is kept on by these circuits to activate these systems. Now, can you tell what this system is? Now I got to build 2 more of those. But basically what this is going to be is a brewing station. Now I wanted to come up with a way to make potions in the game very different than how other people make it. I've noticed a lot of people making potion machines where you dump a bunch of ingredients inside, out comes a finished potion. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make some whimsical ideas in my world where it was more of like a process, like a factory making potions. And so I wanted to come up with a machine that was going to make just awkward potions, because I figured out that just about every other potion in the game is made from awkward potions. So if I could make an area that made just awkward potions, then I could send them on to other machines that would make more specific potions. And we're still going to run that stuff down in the overworld Nether, where Mr. Withers is at, the wither skeleton that we caught in Season 1 and stuck in the overworld. I think it was Season 1. We might have caught him in Season 2. But this is actually 3 machines. The machine itself starts here, and it ends right here. So it's nowhere near as big as it looks like. I've got the capability to output 9 awkward potions at a time. This was a very tricky machine to build. Why is that? Well, I'll tell you why in another show, because there's going to be a tutorial. I'm going to have a tutorial explaining this machine, how it works, what it does, and how to build it, just in case you want to build it for yourself. Now, I know, most people, like I said, they have little compact machines that do it all for you, but if for some reason you want a machine that just makes awkward potions, then I've got one. But I've got some backfilling I still need to do. Came down here with all this, what is it? Diorite. Got the diorite. So that we could fill in the rest of the walls. And I don't know why I like doing stuff this way, but it kind of seems like it gives the feel of a laboratory or something like that. A very clinical feel. And I like that for when I have redstone machines, stuff that you're going to kind of hide away. A lot of people will just leave the walls bare, or they'll do cobblestone, stuff like that. Not me. I want to try and have some kind of a design, but I've got this little access point that's going to come up to the surface. And right in here, this is where the gold rails need to go. Because what we're going to do here is we're going to have 3 minecart hoppers running back and forth, and we have 3 different items that get put in. I think this side's going to be nether wart. This side's going to be blaze powder. And over here is going to be bottles of water. So what we got to do here with the nether wart line is we're going to bring up on that item elevator the nether wart and pipe it over to a point right in here. Oh, it did, didn't it? It just took the torch with it. You come here. You don't go there. Like that. And we're going to have our golden rail running back and forth. Wow, how far can I go? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, that's the flaw in this. It's going to look like everything's powered, but what's actually happening is right now this signal is powering that But if that signal ever gets shut off, this will shut off. So I'm going to have to count 8 and then put a powered block. Where did I put them? Here's some levers. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think on the 9th one, boop, right there is where we need to have a switch. Come here, you, and turn on. And we can do a test. We'll take that line away. You come here. Take that away. And if we take this line away, that should work. So we've got, oh, wait a minute. I bet that torch is doing that too, isn't it? I don't know. We're going to have to experiment with this just a little bit because, like I said, this is still a new design, a new idea that I've come up with. This thing took me 2 weeks to come up with, and it's ridiculous. Like I said, there are easier ways to do this. Okay, good. So there we go. That's how we test that. Okay, so that is working. And I'm just curious. Will putting a torch off the front actually power it? It sure will, won't it? Okay. Well, like I said, we're going to need to make sure that these are powered because these actually flicker on and off to send ingredients down into the brewing stand. So I've got 2 more brewing stands to build. We got to set up our powered rail and all that good mess. And we have to pipe our nether wart up to the top. So I got a few more things to work on, a few more things to finish off, and then I'll bring you back and I'll show you the end result. All right, everybody. I've come back down here to the nether wart farm, the AFK nether wart farm, and you might notice that there's a little addition to the farm right here. Check that out. Now, I went ahead and just capped it off right here. I'm not quite certain what we're going to do with this yet because I'm not quite certain how this room is going to finish out. This room is definitely a work in progress. So I went ahead and showed the basic idea of what I want it to look like. We're going to come down here, and what we're going to do is we're going to simulate what would happen if this overflow system, because the way we got this, we've got the dropper right here, a hopper feeding into it, and as this fills up and backs up, everything else is going to move forward and into this dropper and then go up to the top. So check this out. Let's go ahead and fill this up. We're going to put some dummy blocks in there and we can see the items going up, and I'm hoping I can make it up to the top before that item elevator runs out of items. If not, might have to do a little different test. running. And while we're running, I'm going to go ahead and say my spiel. So this is going to be today's build, is our awkward potion station. And what I want you to do is I want you to take pictures of a potion brewing station that you've built before. Did you build some kind of theme around it? Did you build some kind of redstone build? Some kind of contraption of your own? I want you to take pictures of that. I want you to send it to me on Twitter so I can share with everybody else. So I've closed up the mountainside. We can hear our minecarts running, and sweet! We made it up in time, so check this out. So the nether wart is going to come up here to the top. It's going to get caught in this water chute, and it's going to get pushed down to this hopper right here. And at that point, it's going to get distributed. Now let's go ahead and hop down here. There's a little where our nether wart's going to go. It should all be collecting right in there. And for right now, what I did is I removed the hopper minecart that should be going in that side. So if we come over right here, yep, it should be backing up with stone. Awesome. So I'm going to have to sit up here and wait for it all to come up here so that I can get it out of the system and purge it, because what we don't want to have happen is we don't want other stuff to end up in this system. If we do, okay, we got another wart there, and I'm going to have to do that as well. I'm going to have to go through and just do a quick purge of all the hoppers and make sure that no stray items got put in. But this is today's build. Got it lit and everything. I love it. It looks like an industrial factory going on. We're going to be making awkward potions. I've got this one set up at the bottom, and it's going to be collecting the bottles that come through, and it's going to be taking it to... Well, where's it going to be taking it, Piggy? Well, I'll tell you what. It's going to be taking it to what we're going to build in the next episode, which is the structure up above, where we're going to be able to bottle and get all this stuff. Actually, these bottles are going to get sent off to our our potion factory that's going to be down by the fake Nether. But like I said, that's going to be today's episode. Now, if you're playing on console, if you're playing on PC or Pocket Edition, none of that stuff matters. Creative, none of that matters. Just pictures. Pictures of your builds, potion making station builds. So I'm going to get to cleaning up this mess. I'll go ahead and leave this opening for now because we've got to build ourselves a structure up here and an access point to down there. And I will see you in the next episode.